Today, we're gonna look at my top 5 small forward types based on the information we got from the prelude trailer, and these top types are gonna be based on the synergy between attribute distribution and badges. And yes, before you begin your journey on 2K, just remember, Samfam's tutorials are starting on September 9th, so make sure you come back and check me out starting on the 9th. Awesome tutorials guaranteed. And shout out to OS Forum user PatsCards87. I'll be using the tables he made to show you guys just the exact, all of the attribute points and all of the badges coming together and the synergy that can be involved to create the top types. So let's take a look at the badges first. So once again, this is PatsCards87's table. These are OS Forum poster. So you can see there are a total of 27 badges, and we're looking only at the small forwards today, alright? And there are 6 types of small forwards. And these 27 badges are all covered by the small forward. So these are most likely not the only badges. It's just these are the ones that all the small forward type uses. And if you look at them, they are pretty spread out. And some, types will have its own badges, and a couple of other types also share badges. Like you can see, both the shot creator and the slasher small forward types are sharing the teardropper badge. And only the glass cleaner type has the hustle rebounder badge and things like that. So I'll break in the badge synergy in detail later. I just want you to take a look at this chart. So once again, shout out to PatCards87 for making this. Now, I want you to also take a look at the attribute table that PatCards87 made. And you can see each type they have 150 points. In terms of, max level caps, Slasher has 2 of them in agility with layups and dunks. Sharpshooter has maxed out in 3-point shooting and mid-range shooting. A very interesting note is that outside of Lockdown, Defender, and Glass Cleaner, defensive abilities or the defending attributes of Slasher, Shot Creator, Sharpshooter, and Point Forward small forwards are all the same. It's all stuck on 15. So that means defense is going to be pretty below average in general in terms of small forwards, unless you're either a lockdown defender or a glass cleaner. Shooting is also pretty lopsided. Glass cleaners, slashers, and lockdown defenders, none of them can shoot 3-point shots. Sharpshooter is the best, and point forward and shot creator are kind of in the middle. Agility is more well-rounded. You can see at least 4 small forward types above 20 in agility. So everyone is going to be around the same agility, it seems. But defending is it's very interesting that 4 small forward types share the same amount of defense, and most people are going to make sharpshooter, point forward, shot creator, or slasher. So everyone's going to have pretty even out below average defense in terms of what the attributes will give you. So with this said, let's take a look at which player type has the best synergy in terms of attributes and his badges. And number 1 choice for me is definitely Shot Creator. If you look at the badges, the upgradable badges that are available to Shot Creator, Difficult Shots, Teardropper, Tireless Scorer, Ankle Picker, and Mid-Range Deadeye, all 5 of these things can be used at once in one offensive possession. You can literally use all 5 to your disposal at one go. So that's amazing synergy. And also, Shot Creator can be maxed out in terms of his attributes. He can be maxing out shooting off the dribble. So this will go along great with his badges of Difficult Shots and Tireless Scorer and Ankle Breaker and Mid-Range Deadeye. So literally his highest cap skill can work all together with 4 freaking badges at once at the same time. So to me, Shot Creator does have the best synergy in terms of attributes and badges. His layups and dunks are also pretty good, mid-range shooting also, and his agility is very high, and his playmaking is up there. So this, to me, is the best small forward type to make if you want like maximize the synergy. Number 2 to me is definitely Sharpshooter. His 5 badges of Deep Range Deadeye, Limitless Range, Catch and Shoot, Corner Specialist, and Mid-Range Deadeye can most of the time, 4 of those can be used all at once as you shoot, if you shoot from the corners. But at the same time, he's capped in 3-point shooting and mid-range shooting, so this guy can shoot. The unfortunate thing with him though, unlike Shot Creator who can shoot and drive, Sharpshooters most likely cannot really finish in the paint because of very low layups and dunks, and also they're not that great shooting off the dribble. So they're number 2 for me. just because of the sake that they can really shoot from everywhere, and it goes well, very well with the badges. The number 3 type to me is Slasher, because this guy has the badges of Relentless Finisher, Posterizer, Teardropper, One-Man Fast Break, and Lopsided Finisher. He's capped in layups and dunks and agility, so those 2 attributes can work alongside great with probably 3 badges all at once, maybe Posterizer, Relentless Finisher with One-Man Fast Break. It is very unfortunate that he has the badge of Lopsided Finisher. Even though that's a good badge, that's not a badge that you're going to be able to activate a lot throughout the course of a game, right? Like compared to like Shot Creator and his Tireless Scorer badge. You can probably activate the Tireless Scorer badge all the freaking time when you're tired and you want to score, or with your Shot Creator. Lopsided's Finisher as an upgradable badge, I believe that is a waste, because how many times are you going to use it in a game? 3 times? That's not a very good sign if you're going to make a player with, limited upgradable badges of a badge that you're only going to use 3 times a game. So that's why Slasher is a little bit on the lower end in terms of a best synergy small forward type between, attribute points and badges for me. And the 4th one is a point forward. Even though I love point forwards myself, I'll probably make one. The problem with the point forward is that his agility and playmaking are maxed out. But the issue is, if you look at his upgradable badges, he's got Pick and Roll Ratio, great, Ankle Breaker, awesome, Dimer, amazing. But both Flashy Passer and Lopsided Passer are going to be underused badges. How many times are you going to lob a pass, and how many times are you going to do a flashy pass throughout the course of a long game, like a 20-minute game? You probably run tons of pick and rolls and you'll pass a lot with Dimer, and you'll do a lot of dribbling with Ankle Breaker. But once again, the point forward type has 2 upgradable badges that are most likely not going to be activated all that much throughout the course of a game. But the point forward in terms of attributes are a very average out player. So if you're skilled in 2K, you'll probably be a pretty good point forward. But unfortunately, the upgradable badges are not as great as the other types. And here are the bad ones. Lockdown Defender, amazing in terms of defense, but the issue is this boy cannot shoot at all from mid-range or close range. He's got like a decent below average mid-range shot and like no 3-point shot. His badges are great for defense. He's got all the defensive badges. So if you're really into defending, this is probably the way to go, but you are going to be very hard pressed to find yourself some points. This is literally, if you max out Lockdown Defender, you're going to be freaking Tony Allen. Now, I love Tony Allen personally. It's just, do you want to be a Tony Allen for an entire year in 2K17? I don't know how many people are up to that, but I do know some people that are probably really looking forward to that. It's just, if you compare it to the masses, not a lot of people buy 2K17 to be Tony Allen. That's what I'm saying. And Glass Cleaner is pretty much a waste. It's a small forward type, because this is literally just a power forward that cannot shoot. Now, you can probably be a pretty good Glass Cleaner small forward if you want to. It's just the problem is this guy plays like a power forward that can't shoot. Like if you look at the badges, he's got Bruiser, Brick Wall, Putback King, Brick Starter, and Hustle Rebounder. Those are power forward badges in terms of upgradables, right? Like this guy is literally a power forward. But if you're going to be a small forward as a power forward, you better make sure the other 4 guys are built in a way that complements you as a rebounding small forward. That's a lot to ask for if you're building a team, or even if you're playing MyCareer on your own. It's gonna be pretty hard to find you a squad that's gonna complement a small forward Glass Cleaner well. Even if you're an elite small forward Glass Cleaner, I am not very sure how that's gonna go. So those are my top 5 types in order. And another interesting note that I want to bring out is that if you look at the small forward builds, the point forward builds and the slasher build, I believe you can actually probably be a pretty good point forward yourself as a slasher. Now obviously I know that you don't have the diamond badge, you don't have the pick and roll maestro badge, so that's gonna make a big difference. But as a slasher, you can skill your way in being a pretty decent point forward. You can play like one, because you don't need to really shoot all that much as a point forward, right? Like Frank LeBron. But if you can slash like that with all those amazing slashing badges and slashing attributes, you can get in the lane and you can just kick the damn ball out. Same thing. So a slasher can probably do maybe 50% of what a point forward can do, but a point forward definitely cannot do 50% of what a slasher can do. Because a slasher in 2K17 has 25 25 layup, dunks, and agility. So maxed out speed and dunks. That's pretty impressive. So that's something I have noticed. How it's going to play out, we're not going to know yet. But as far as I'm concerned, if you want to dominate in 2K17 as a small forward, by yourself, or just be dominating on the offensive end, Shot Creator is most likely the way to go because all of his badges complements his high attributes very, very well. And yep, everybody's gonna suck on defense because everybody's got 15 points. So that's all I'm gonna say for now. If you want to see more of these news, let me know. I'll make as many videos as I can in terms of new as more information I get. And yes, my tutorials will start coming on September 9th when we get the prelude, because I know 2KU is coming with that, so I get to make all the basic tutorials. So I'm gonna make all the basic control tutorials early this year. So between September 9th and release day, which is 16th for me, I'm gonna make a lot of basic tutorials, and then when the game drops on the 16th, I'm gonna give you guys the best detail, OP SamFam style basketball tutorials. Alright? Add me a like if you enjoyed this, add me a like if you're excited to see some 2K17 tutorials on September 9th. As always, thanks for coming by. I'll see all of you next time.